She didn't pull away because she stopped caring. She pulled away because caring became overwhelming. If someone faded right when things felt real. This video will explain the part you were never told. She didn't disappear all at once. And that's what keeps you stuck long after the connection fades. If she had left clearly, said goodbye, or drawn a visible line, you could have grieved it and moved on. But she didn't. She faded slowly, quietly. One day, she was present in a way that felt rare, listening closely, remembering the smallest details, laughing without the guarded edge you'd seen before. There was warmth there, a sense that something real was forming naturally. And then, almost without warning, something shifted. Not enough to call it distance, just enough to make you feel unsettled. Her replies shortened, her energy softened. Not cold, not rejecting, just less reachable. And that uncertainty lodged itself inside you. You began replaying conversations at night, searching for the moment things changed, wondering if you crossed a line you never saw. That confusion is often the most painful part, because nothing obvious happened, yet everything felt different. And here's what matters: this confusion isn't accidental. It's a byproduct of what was happening inside her, not something you failed to understand. What you couldn't see was the internal shift that began long before her behavior changed. For an avoidant woman, closeness doesn't only bring comfort, it brings exposure. At first, connection feels exciting, even grounding. She tells herself she's enjoying it, that she's present but still in control. Control matters to her more than she realizes, because control is how she stays emotionally safe. She believes she can feel without falling, connect without depending. And for a while, that belief holds. Then something subtle begins to happen. She notices you entering her thoughts when she doesn't want you there. Your absence lingers longer than it should. Your presence starts to matter in a way that feels heavier than she planned for. This is usually the moment she doesn't talk about. The moment she barely understands herself. Because her body reacts before her mind does, not with excitement but with alarm. This is where most people misinterpret avoidant behavior. From the outside, it looks like disinterest. From the inside, it feels like danger. She didn't stop caring. Caring started to feel unsafe. Somewhere deep in her nervous system, a lesson lives one learned early, quietly, through experiences where emotional closeness came with inconsistency, disappointment, or loss. Experiences that taught her that needing someone threatens stability, that relying on others invites pain she once promised herself she would never feel again. These lessons weren't formed through logic. They were encoded through survival. So when love begins to feel intense, her system doesn't say, stay. It says, protect yourself. And protection, for her, doesn't look dramatic. It looks subtle. It looks like distance. She doesn't sit down and decide to pull away. It happens instinctively. Her tone changes. Her availability shrinks. She becomes quieter, not because she wants to hurt you, but because silence lowers the emotional volume inside her. Distance regulates what feels overwhelming. She redirects herself toward work, routines, solitude, independence, things that don't ask anything from her emotionally. Things that feel predictable and contained. From your side, it feels like you're being shut out. From hers, she's trying to breathe again. What makes this even harder is that she rarely explains any of this. Talking about her feelings would mean facing them fully. Naming them would make them real. Sharing them would make her visible. And visibility has never felt safe. Vulnerability feels like standing in the open, without armor. So instead of saying, I'm overwhelmed because I care, she says nothing. Instead of admitting she feels too much, she creates space, and hopes the intensity will settle on its own. And often, it does, at least on the surface. With distance comes relief, her body calms, the pressure eases. She feels more like herself again. This is the part people don't want to hear. But it's important. Distance genuinely helps her nervous system reset. But that relief is not the whole story. Beneath it, quietly, something else exists. She misses you. She replays moments she didn't allow herself to fully feel at the time. She wonders what might have happened if closeness didn't feel so threatening. This is the contradiction of avoidant attachment that most people never see. She can feel safer without you and still ache for you in the same breath. Relief and longing coexist. And because this contradiction is unresolved, it often stays hidden. She doesn't reach out immediately. She doesn't always understand what she's feeling. She just knows that being close was overwhelming, and being apart feels strangely calm and painfully empty. If you're the one left on the other side of this, the pain goes deeper than confusion. It becomes personal. You start questioning yourself. You wonder if you were too much, if you asked for too much reassurance, if being emotionally open pushed her away. You replay your own words, thinking that maybe if you had been calmer, quieter, less invested, she would have stayed. But her withdrawal wasn't a reaction to your worth. It was a reaction to her emotional system being pushed beyond what it knows how to regulate. You didn't create her fear. You touched it. Here's the part that often comes later, when no one is watching. Avoidant women don't process love in the moment. They process it after distance has made emotion feel safe again. When there's no pressure, no expectation, and no immediate emotional demand, feelings resurface. Reflection begins, memory softens. This is why avoidant women often feel the loss later, long after the connection has paused or ended. They don't lack emotion. They delay it until it feels survivable. This doesn't mean you should wait indefinitely or abandon your own emotional needs. Understanding this pattern isn't about self-sacrifice. It's about clarity. Because avoidant women don't pull away because love means nothing to them. They pull away because love means so much that it threatens the balance they built to survive. When feeling becomes too intense, they don't express it outwardly. They contain it. They choose distance, not because they don't care, but because caring feels like standing too close to something they're afraid will consume them. And here's the truth that often hurts the most to accept. Sometimes, the safest thing an avoidant woman can do is leave the very connection that could have healed her. Not because it wasn't real, but because healing requires staying present inside emotions she never learned how to hold. That's the quiet truth most people never hear. Avoidant distance isn't the absence of love. It's love trying to survive with the tools it was given. She didn't pull away because you didn't matter. She pulled away because you mattered more than she knew how to hold.